How far back can tax credits claim an overpayment? Today, we're going to talk about just that and how HMRC goes about claiming them. First, let's define tax credits. Tax credits are a type of government payment that helps people who work and do not earn over a certain threshold and/or who have children. There are two types of tax credits: working tax credits and child tax credits. You can make a single claim or claim as a couple, and your combined income and circumstances will be means tested. If you receive tax credits, it is possible to be overpaid. Overpaid tax credits happen when the government pays you more than you're eligible to receive. This usually happens when HMRC estimated your future household income incorrectly, you claimed for a former partner, you did not inform the HMRC of changes in your circumstances during the tax year, or somebody made a mistake processing your claim. If you believe that you have received a tax credit overpayment, it's important to ask HMRC's Tax Credit Office to investigate your income early. If you have an overpayment and don't act, HMRC may start asking you to repay and begin a debt recovery process. So don't wait until the end of the year to notify them of any changes. So what happens if you have an overpayment and HMRC asks you to repay the money? HMRC won't let you off with tax credit overpayments, so it's important that you act quickly. You will need to repay any tax credits overpayment to HMRC, and it's highly unlikely that they will let you get away without paying, even over a longer period. HMRC will recover payments in different ways depending on your current situation. For example, if you still receive tax credits, HMRC will take payments from your future tax credit payments, meaning you will repay the debt over the course of many months. Your income and household circumstances will decide if HMRC will recover 10%, 25%, or 50% of your future payments. But if you claim the child payment, a 100% deduction could be applied. If you now receive universal credit, the debt will be recovered from your ongoing universal credit. If you don't receive any tax credit award or DWP benefits, HMRC will send you a notice to repay the overpayment debt, and you will have 30 days to pay. This is known as direct recovery because you pay the money back yourself. If paying back the HMRC overpayment debt is difficult, you may be able to agree on a way to repay in instalments. However, it's important to note that if you don't pay HMRC debt, they can take enforcement action, which usually means employing bailiffs to go to the claimant's house. Alternatively, in England and Wales, cases HMRC are chasing will be passed to the DWP, the Department of Work and Pensions. In Northern Ireland, they can be passed to the DFC. They will use enforcement action by reducing your DWP or DFC benefits, using bailiffs, or take money from your employment income by changing your tax code. If you believe that you're being wrongly chased for tax credit overpayments, you can formally dispute HMRC's claim. If you receive a letter from HMRC saying you owe back overpayments, you can appeal against the overpayment within 3 months of receiving the letter, either online or in writing. The process can be tricky, but a charity like Step Change, Citizens Advice, or Christians Against Poverty might provide you with assistance for free. Now let's talk about the question at hand. How far back can HMRC claim overpayments? Generally, the standard timeframe for HMRC to investigate claimants is 4 years, but there's nothing stopping them from pursuing much older debt. This means that technically, tax credit overpayments can become statute barred, which means that HMRC cannot start court action after 6 years. The Limitation Act 1980 prevents older recovery cases from going to court, which helps protect the legal system from being overwhelmed. However, it's important to note that there may be other ways for debts to be recovered by HMRC, even if they can't pursue legal action. This is why it's crucial to contact HMRC as soon as possible if you think you have received a tax credit overpayment. By taking action early, you can avoid getting into more debt and work out an affordable repayment plan. Tax credit overpayments can be a complicated issue, and it's important to act quickly if you think you've received an overpayment. HMRC can recover overpayments in various ways, and you will need to repay an overpayment, even if it was not your fault. However, there are ways to make the repayment process more affordable, and you may be able to get the debt written off if you're experiencing financial hardship or mental health issues. If you have any doubts or questions, it's always best to contact HMRC for guidance. If you're struggling with debt, then there are a number of options available here in the UK. Some are free to use and others include fees, and each will have their own pros and cons. If you want to learn more about the debt solutions available, then we've created a really great form that you might be interested in checking out. Click the link in the description to get started and answer a few multiple choice questions like the total amount of your debt, how many people you owe, your living situation, and we'll connect you with one of our trusted partners so that you can find out more and start taking steps towards improving your financial situation.